Hey guys, and welcome back to the post-game of Pokémon Omega Ruby. I've been offline for like a week or so I'm completely rusty when it comes to commentary. So if it sounds awkward for a part or two, that's not my fault. Yes, it is.
Dad, you're here? I didn't know it was Sunday and you were allowed to visit again.
No, I just came home to get my keys and now I'm going back to the gym so I can neglect my family.
He's got to go back to his, whatever the hell that place is called where you store stuff, you pay people to store your stuff. I already forgot what that's fucking called, so there goes that joke, I guess.
I was wondering where you were going with it, actually, but this part and the next one are going to deal with the Battle Resort. Those of you who played, I think it was Pokémon Emerald, will remember the Battle Frontier. Sadly, it does not make an appearance in Oraz, because, as you know, it's a remake of Ruby and Sapphire, with bits of Emerald interspersed throughout, but not enough of Emerald that we can travel to the Frontier itself, but more of which later.
Yeah, they kind of shoved Emerald sort of near the end of the game,
Yeah.
with the whole Delta episode, yeah. Wait, are we repeating? Didn't we do this already?
Let's do the time warp again.
This is part 40, right? Yeah, okay, good. I thought we just did a fucking, time reverse.
Oh, Shroomish, get it away.
Inside the bag is legendaries, actually.
You realise you're talking to the Hoenn champion, right? Just making sure.
Oh my god, I didn't know you get gold and silver starters. I didn't know this, actually. This is great. You better pick the right fucking one, by the way.
Hells yes.
Oh yes, it's go time. I fucking loved... Well, I mean, lots of people love Pokemon Gold and Silver. I was one of those, obviously.
Well, you have excellent taste when it comes to Pokemon. Even though, according to some, you could stand to love Breloom a little bit more.
Yeah, I suppose, but nobody seems to be disagreeing with me on Shroomish, so I'm gonna take that victory and roll with it.
True, you don't see any statues of Breloom around, do you?
So, did you cut out the battle, or did the battle just not occur at all? Was it just an excuse to give you another starter?
Yeah, pretty much. And if you go back into your house, and then go back out, you may see another scene of that kind.
Well, why didn't you do that? You gotta catch them all, right? You might as well just abuse the system here.
Well, I decided to, go out and then come back in, grab the Mega Stone here, and then go back out. You know, streamlined, being productive.
Just run like a protection racket on Professor Birch. Hey, I noticed you're having some troubles with Poochyena again. It'd be a shame if something happened. Go ahead, take my Pokemon.
Oh my, you're gonna love this one. I actually laughed out loud the first time I saw this in the Alpha Sapphire.
Alright, I gotta see this then. Oh my god, how is he managing to do this over and over? What? No, I want to take my wife's things. Leave me alone.
I'm gonna put you in this box and then move you to the ground.
I just don't, Professor Birch needs, a witness protection program at this rate.
And here we go, the Gen 5 starters. Snivy, Tepig, and the best one is Oshawott.
Oshawott is pretty great now. He's actually my second favorite out of the black and white starters, although personally I'd go with Smugleaf this time around. So, when you stopped the Machoke, did he just realize he was on the clock? So he just oh shit, I gotta get back to work, sorry.
No, he thought the Machoke was wild, and so he tried to catch it or something, I think.
And then it came after him with a deadly box weapon.
Now, you may be wondering, where's, the Gen 1 or Gen 4 stars? I forget which trio it is. If you beat the Pokemon League a second time, I believe you get another, selection choice, so we'll save that for the last episode.
I thought they just left out Gen 4 because people were looking at them nah, we're not interested. No thanks.
I'm kind of hard-pressed to pick a favourite out of Gen 4 stars. I'm kind of leaning towards Turtwig, because the Grass and Ground Final Evo is pretty neat.
None of them really held my interest. Even Piplup was only for, the last stage. I don't know. Oshawott personally got my attention because of his characterization in Pokepark 2. I actually really like that character in that game, so that's why he's cool to me.
Yeah. Here we go. We can now travel upon the SS whatever.
The SS whatever? I'd love to see that ornate, coronation ceremony. The SS... Fuck it, I don't know, Crash.
SS Apathy. Alright, let's head on over to the Battle Resort. I believe if you travel from this place to the other port town, you can actually, go about the boat itself, like in Gen 1.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Vaguely. So we couldn't go to the frontier, we had to step down to a battle resort. That's industrialization for you. They probably paved over the frontier to make room for more Pokemon centers.
Nice to see you again, Wally. Your eyes comprise roughly about 75% of your face.
Yeah, that must give him, like, killer headaches, you know? Well, I guess every anime character has to deal with that, huh? What are these assholes doing here? And these people who never even showed up in the fucking game until now.
Hey, even bad guys need a resort holiday every once in a while, you know?
Nicely done, Wally. Just fucking pile drive them guys.
Shades of Barry from Gen 4 here.
Yeah, he needs shades of being able to look where the fuck he's going. Yes, it is interesting that you got knocked over by a 10-year-old, dude. So I noticed you don't have a shirt on, and I know it's warm, but come on, there's gotta be a dress code for everywhere, I hope.
Dude, it's like a tropical region. They're not actually, like, brown skin, they're just tanned.
I love how he loves Team Aqua so much that in lieu of a shirt, he actually decided to put it on his chest. He's gonna, like, when he's 65 and his body's gonna be sagging, that A is gonna look more like an O.
Yeah, my nipples are one with the emblem. There's a lot of flavour text here. We'll get to the island tour in a second, don't you worry.
Always love still, I guess now's a bit kind of late to bring this up, but I always love how in the recent Pokemon games, whenever they turn around, they do that terrible PS1 kind of turning around, where their model just rotates lifelessly. That always stands out to me.
Yeah, I don't think they've, like, gotten away from that yet. Technical limitations, I suppose.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give them slack for this, but, you know, it's still kind of funny a little bit to me. So Archie, you know, if you wanted to change the world, you could probably run like a blog, because apparently that's the way to go.
Yeah, the more likes we get, the more water will dump into the ocean.
You know, run a Kickstarter to end the world. Let's see how many people are willing to donate to that.
My Patreon goal, $10 million gets you a brand new ocean.
Yeah, we're gonna need about $100 million to buy a new planet. That's a small one. If we can get to $1 billion, then at least we can get one that supports life.
Probably goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. If you're playing Alpha Sapphire, you will talk to, like, Maxie and Tabitha and such here.
I wonder which one has more fan art. Courtney or whatever the hell her other name was. You know, the Alpha Sapphire chick, whatever her name is.
I'd love to answer your question, but I'm drawing a blank here. Sorry, I didn't mean to broadcast a brain fart.
Is it like Shelly, Sherry? I don't know. It's some kind of alcohol, and God knows I need that right about now.
Shelly sounds about right. Oh, it's a nerd. He's gonna judge us.
Are you ready for a challenge? Where can we watch battling? I am very enthused and not actually doing any work, you realize. That's why I have Tom do most of the recording.
You cheeky fucking git. I spent today recording the footage from Mega Man 2, I'll have you know. So you can record your versuses, of course.
That's great. You know, I love to have actual documentation of my collective fuck-ups, because that's what I do in Smash.
Yeah, I think I brought this up in the X playthrough. Oh, why would you need this when you have a 3DS capture card? And then you're like, Tom, but not everyone has one of those.
That's true.
Speaking of the Maison, by the way, we covered that in X. We're not going to be doing it again here.
Yeah, there's not really, you know, much else we can say about that besides, well, second verse same as the first, I suppose.
Alright, Wally, see you later. He is basically the strongest trainer in the game, so if you get to... I forget what type of super battle it is, but it's one of the super battles in the Maison, and he's pretty fucking powerful. We're talking about, like, 75 plus here.
Well, let's face it, he's the second strongest trainer, because then there's me, and then there's Red. I always considered Red to be, like, one of the canon super most powerful trainers in, like, the entire Pokemon setting. So, that's just my personal opinion, I think.
Well, he's, like, he's the ex-champion of Kanto, so he's Omega level, at least, in terms of power.
Yeah, you know, he went to Ultimate, then he went to Mega, then he went to Omega, and I don't know what Digimon form comes after that. Yeah, I think I'm good with only 4. I think we're fine.
Decided to keep this in to show you the premiere Oz experience. Every Pokemon Center, every Pokemon, every useless string of dialogue is kept intact, because I'm actually kind of lazy and forgot to take it out.
That is quality game recording right there. You won't get this on any other of the 10 million Let's Play channels on YouTube.
Add revenue, please. This guy, I forget what it is, EVs or IVs, he can judge him, and he can judge him but good.
Well, if he judges Eevees, give him a Vaporeon and see what he thinks. Hey man, I suffered for years with your puns. It's only fitting that I should be allowed to say a few myself.
Terrible. Just terrible.
I know, like most of yours, huh?
Flipping you off as hard as I can, etc. Alright, let's go waltz about this little battle resort here. It's got its own daycare centre, and we're gonna have a little bop inside here and have a talk to the peeps.
So, where on this island do you get the Thunder Hand for your trainer?
Thunder!
Man, that was great. I love the Thunder Hand and Fire Brand, just as a brief aside. They're actually some of my favorite Mario powers whatsoever.
I'm actually kind of saddened that, you know, electricity isn't associated with Luigi more, because I'm, like, totally biased due to Superstar Saga. We'll get to that one of these days, don't you worry.
Whenever we get around to it, I suppose. See, I noticed there's a little girl at the front counter. I don't know if there are labor laws. I'm gonna assume it's, like, family run. You know, she's trusted to run the front desk as long as she doesn't touch the register.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, there's 2 or 3 of these trainers dotted around Hoenn. If you talk to them all, I believe you can actually get a second bike from Rydell, so, you know, keep a lookout.
Oh, is that who I think it is?
Yep.
Oh, man.
It's not David Tennant himself, looker.
I want to ask you something. Can you help me find my contacts? It's on the ground here somewhere.
Have you seen my protege? She's a superhero, you know.
Well, I know. I'm very jealous still. Who the hell? That's a new model.
Yeah, you doing okay, dude? You wanna, like, have a coffee or something? Why are you asking me that? Do I sound French?
Well, that's what he gets for wearing a heavy fucking trench coat in the fucking tropics.
Well, I don't think he was expecting to wind up in a tropical region wearing his detective garb.
I suppose, but at the same time, you gotta think ahead here.
I'm unsure as to, like, where this takes place in the timeline in regards to X and the like, but maybe the comment section will be able to help us out. Okay, we're going to get into the nitty and the gritty of the battle result. As you know, the Chatelaine sisters, or whatever they're called, are housed in the Battle Maison. But there are type-specific trainers that are basically, like, I think they're akin to gym leaders dotted about the island. This one's a fairy type, there's like a ground type, a poison type. Yeah, so types we haven't really experienced in the game yet, so I thought it'd be best to show them off here.
I love how Metagross has that shimmer just to say, yeah, you know, I'm shiny and you're not. Just throw it in my face, why don't you?
I'm platinum, bitch.
I still don't know what the hell Whimsicott is, but I do like the design.
Oh, it's a fairy, obviously. Probably like a grass pixie.
I can see that. It kind of reminds me of like a sheep. You know what, with like the curved horns? I guess they were horns?
Tufts, if you will. Oh, here comes Mr. I look intimidating, and then we start battling, and I'm not all that great.
He has major denture problems. I mean, look at that.
Those aren't even teeth, they're just like tusks, really.
Horrific tumor Pokemon.
Nah, mate, goodbye.
I just hit him in the joy department back there, I realized.
Don't you just love when you hit someone and your attack power goes up? Just like real life.
Yeah, I was fixing to say, like I got into a fight the other day. I hit a guy in the stomach and my attack power went up.
That's how Mike Tyson beats you in Punch-Out. Every time he hits Little Mac, his attack power goes up and up.
I'm surprised nobody has tried to eat this Pokemon yet, because I'm pretty sure somebody looked at him, and they had to look at him twice just to make sure.
Well, I don't think every report of someone trying to eat a Slurpuff was documented, so, you know.
They never get out alive.
I'm going to grab you with all 4 of my hands, no, all 8, and then eat you. Cake tastes best when it's fainted.
Well, you know what they say about a bad day at the beach?
No, actually.
It's about, like, it's just too hard to explain, so I think I won't explain it right now.
Maybe plan these jokes, practice them before you put them into action.
That was less of a mash and more of an eh.
Steel, of course, very, very good against the fairy type, so Metagross stands out as a boss in this particular battle.
I guess that's what happens when you specialize on exactly one type.
I'm sorry, Satan, I failed you.
She's gonna drown herself, isn't she?
Well, she's not going to be on screen when it happens, I can tell you that.
Glub, 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 glub.
Treasure! Sweet, sweet treasure!
Why is everyone interested in my illicit treasure that I leave laying out everywhere?
What is your fascination with my forbidden closet of mystery?
I wonder if somebody actually throws away stuff in Pokeballs. Like, I mean, obviously they can shrink down Pokemon. That would be actually a great way to dispose of trash. There's, like, landfills filled with Pokeballs full of garbage.
Well, why do I get the feeling Satoshi Tajiri was a big fan of Dragon Ball and the capsule concept?
Here's some junk I found. It's illicit drugs.
Yeah, and these go for quite a bit of cash in the Pokemarts as well.
Now that I think about it, because you mentioned that, it'd be kind of neat to see what Pokemon drug dealing is like. Like, do they deal these? Are there, like, drugs you can make off of Pokemon stuff? What is it like?
Yeah, just black Pokeblocks and the like.
Just do, like, a line on, like, the back of a Kabuto. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Jesus, what kind of doujins have you been reading? Speaking of, by the way, before you get a chance to interject, with what would no doubt be a hilarious comment, a new chapter of I Dated a Magma Grunt went up recently.
And at the time this video goes up, there probably will be another chapter of that already have gone up.
The grunt in question was in a Pokemon contest with, like, I think it was a Team Aqua grunt that she was having a spat with, and I don't want to spoil it, but the person who wins that contest, I laughed out loud, seriously, it's amazing, I'm not going to spoil it.
I, like, skimmed it, because, basically what I said about that whole thing before, it's alright, I guess.
It's cute and that's all it needs to be!
Well, that's great. I'm sure when they release a movie based on cuteness, you'll be one of the millions to support it despite its quality.
Hey, Care Bears exist to this day just on that notion alone, my friend.
Not sure. That is why there are 3 Chipmunk movies, after all.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Interesting to see a guy specializing in poison types. I can only think of, like, maybe 2, 3 poison gym leaders in the whole of the series. You have Koga and Janine, and you have that punk rock chick from Pokemon Black and White 2, but that's about it. I may be missing one.
Yeah, and Janine is, Koga's, like, niece, daughter, what was it again?
Daughter, I think. She took over, and he became one of the Johto Elite Four.
Yeah, so that's kind of technically cheating, but, yeah, I need to see more fucking Nidoking, in these Pokemon battles. We need to get in on that action. Hopefully this person has one.
Drapion, a little bit of a pig, because he's poison and dark, so obviously you can't abuse the psychic type weakness here, so I had to take a second option, and I chose really poorly.
Nicely done. I would have done better if I was recording, but thankfully I'm not.
If only I had the 3DS capture recording software and I could do all the videos.
Well, that'd be great, because I'd be doing, like, Smash Brothers streaming all the time, man.
Yeah, that would be nice. Just gonna be really passive-aggressive for the rest of the part. Stop doing that, you've got other moves.
So why is he made of, like, segments of, no doubt, other Pokemon?
It's a little bit of an ugly design, not gonna lie.
Well, I guess that's the point. I mean, the guy is poison and dark. I'm not expecting something cutesy here. They need to make, though, like a fairy dark type. Because that, I want to see the design for that kind of Pokemon. What would that look like?
Fairy and dog. Oh god, you've asked me to get creative, and I'm already using 100% of my brain power on talking.
Now, that's what he relies on me for. That's what I contribute.
Jesus, you're just being a little bitch today, aren't you? Maximum friendship.
Go!
Nah, mate, nah.
I can only imagine, like, how the tourism is affected by all this constant Pokemon battling. Like, maybe you go to the beach, you know, you're just sitting there, you're trying to enjoy yourself. Some idiot starts throwing air slashes around, blows over your umbrella. Hey, dick, I'm trying to relax here.
Well, you're aware this place is the battle resort, right? It's specifically created for Pokemon trainers to battle each other on.
Well, you say that, but remember at the beginning that guy said there are two types of people in the world. The guys who want to battle and the guys who want to watch battling. What if I wanted to watch battling and I get dragged into a battle? That's not fair. Especially with the rule that says, oh, well, when two trainers meet eyes, they battle. What if I was, like, just about to go out into the water? You know, that would be really inconvenient, wouldn't it?
Especially if you've got links like, I guess Swim Meter from Wind Waker, which gradually goes down and down, and then he just sinks for whatever reason.
Wouldn't a muck, like, mix with the sand and kind of dilute into it?
I think you're thinking a bit too hard here. Although, possible Mega Evolution, Poison and Ground.
So what, he becomes like Sandman or something?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be interesting, yeah. I wonder how that would look.
Alright, we've dealt with Fairy and Poison so far, so let's find us another not gym leader to battle before the part is over.
I'm just gonna hide in this gap back here. You know, I won't take off my suit or anything, because, God forbid, I be caught without it.
Yeah, I'm basically frying alive right here, but I'm gonna look stylish while I die.
Just accost random women on the beach.
Nope, not ready yet.
Yeah, I'm not ready to burn grass, even though that's my starter. Just completely unprepared.
The explanation for why I have 2 empty slots will become apparent in the next part, the second half of the battle resort, if you will.
Because I'm fixing to say, you know, I was wondering about that, but, you know, hopefully you have a good reason for this, like you said.
I've told you this before, of course. I guess I must have a very short-term memory.
She's got, like, magic aura surrounding her. What's up with that?
Oh shit, here comes Ultima!
She knows grass magic.
Stay perfectly still. Only I may use an over-leveled Ludicolo.
You really should have called your Ludicolo MBM. That'd be funny as hell.
That's awful. I don't think he would have... Actually, he probably would have found it flattering, now that I think about it.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure some people, strangely enough, have named their Pokemon after members of HFC. Like, if you were if somebody had a Pokemon and they named it after you, like, which Pokemon would you want that to... Well, okay. Snorlax is too easy of an answer. I want you to think a little on this.
Charizard, I guess.
With me, I guess an easy answer would be, you know, Charizard, Salamence. But I guess if otherwise I had to choose, if I had a name that associated with me, I'd go with, it's gotta be a fire type, I know that much. Probably something like, I guess a Blaziken, that might work out, yeah.
Blaziken's not really a dragon, per se.
Well, yes, but he's got enough fire to kind of cover that. So if you only knock out one head on an Executor, does that mean the other two kind of just take over from there?
Oh no, we can't do anything like this. We don't have enough mental capacity to move those little legs of ours.
Yeah, we're not organized enough for this.
Burn, baby, burn.
I want to blow like a Jumpluff's fuzz. I'm going to add this word deliberately online. I want to blow his fuzz into another Pokemon's face to make him sneeze. Nope.
No, I'm having a bit of that. You can't tell me what to do.
Yes, I can. Nope. Hyper Beam ain't that great, in my opinion, but I'm sure somebody will call me out on it.
You are not in charge of the footage. Again, if you want to create your own Pokemon playthroughs and have me talk over them with you, you can get a 3DS capture device and record the footage for us.
Well, that sounds like work, so no.
Oh, we always fight when we go on holiday. Alright, let's bring this on home. We're almost at the end of the party. Shazam!
No, that's not lightning. That's more like fire.
I just have I'm gonna be honest, I have a random string of words I just pull out to, fill out space and the like. Here's another one. Goodbye. We shall see you next time for the second half of the Battle Resort. Bye bye for now.